Well, absolutely, he needs to if our state wants to prosper. With all his failed policies, and we've got to have someone who can help us create a new Louisiana. And it's definitely not John Bell. The proof is in the national rankings. It's just, all the policies are failures. When you try to balance the budget on the backs of the hardworking people of Louisiana, it just doesn't work, amongst so many other things. So, yes, I did support Doc Abraham, and now Doc Abraham, along with his supporters, are definitely behind Eddie Rispone, excited to be so. And the citizens spoke, and they want someone who is, an outsider, so to speak, and is a job creator, was raised in a blue-collar family, worked hard his whole life, and understands what that means and how our middle class is suffering. He wants to bring accountability to every aspect of government and transparency, real transparency, not just in name only. So I'm excited about it. I mean, we are about to make history in the House and the Senate with the possibility of supermajorities.
There is probably not a state representative who, and I mean this in the best way, works the room that is her district as hard as you do. In talking to people in your district, and one of the concerns I know on the Republican side is that a lot of the Abraham supporters from the primary, if you will, from the jungle primary, that because of some of the ways that Mr. Rispone handled himself or some of his attacks against Mr. Abraham, that the Abraham voters may be off-put by those tactics and stay home on Election Day. Do you find that a concern among your constituents?
Well, the people that I've talked to, I mean, disappointed, of course. I said, but they understand that this is a critical turning point in our state, and they are definitely behind Mr. Rispone, and they know if they stay home that it's going to be the doom and gloom for Louisiana for 4 more years, and we don't deserve to live that way. And so they're going to give Mr. Rispone a chance to show and to work with us to show what we can do when you have people, like-minded people, legislating in Louisiana on their behalf. I mean,
so pardon me, Ms. Dodie, you are confident, and a lot of people aren't, bluntly speaking. You are confident that the Abraham voters that say 75, 80, 90% of them or more will in fact turn out for Mr. Rispone.
Absolutely.
Dodie,
yes, ma'am.
Let me ask you this. You were an Abraham supporter. You
yes, ma'am.
Probably didn't get a whole lot of time with Mr. Rispone. How well do you know him? Have you sat down with him? Have y'all chatted? You do lunch? You go out for drinks? What is your knowledge of Mr. Rispone?
I spent a lot of time with Mr. Rispone and his wife. We've talked about policy in every aspect of state government. We've discussed education and getting our educators and parents and business leaders together to come up with a true reform that will work. Since Common Core was just rebranded by the Edwards people, they never got rid of it. And so then we've talked about what we need to do. His first special session. I've spent a lot of time with him. I didn't endorse Ralph Abraham because I didn't like and respect Mr. Rispone. I did so because I just thought that that Mr. Abraham, Congressman Abraham, was the better man for the job at that time. And so, but the people disagreed, and so I know that Mr. Rispone can do the job. I never thought he couldn't.
Let me ask you this, Dodie. Excuse me, Representative.
It's Dodie.
I'm from Baton Rouge. Mr.
Yes,
Rispone's from Baton Rouge. You and I both know, and everybody listening in Northwest Louisiana knows that, if you're down from South Louisiana, you don't think too highly of Shreveport-Bossier, Northwest Louisiana. How much does he know about our area? How much do you think he really cares about Northwest Louisiana? Will we matter to him?
Absolutely. I can tell you our delegation will hold him accountable for that, because he employs people from all over the state and does business with people from all over the state. He understands that we're not part of Texas or Arkansas. even though we sound a little bit differently, and how we've been slighted in a lot of ways. And so, yes,
has he been briefed on the big projects here, the I-49, the Jimmy Davis Bridge, the other things that we have big going on? Does he know details about those kind of things?
He absolutely does. In fact, we met with him yesterday, and when he got up and spoke, the first thing he mentioned was, let's complete I-49. My God, it's been, over 40 years in the making. I mean, this is a man who created jobs from nothing, who built a business from nothing. He was born dirt poor and it just worked his way into what he has today. And he just, he's passionate about every child having a good education opportunity. He's passionate about, we know we need more technically trained kids. We got rural areas with land galore that just sit and they're just begging for manufacturers to come and build and bring some jobs to the rural area. He understands because he has been there. He is that man.
Ms. Dodie, when we were looking at the results from the primary a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago now almost, Alan Seabaugh and others have referred to the results of that election as a red wave, a possible, in fact, it looks like a supermajority in both houses of the Louisiana State Legislature. Explain to everybody how important that is going forward.
It is critical if you want to see Louisiana join the rest of the United States and prosper. It is history in the making. Just think about it. The Senate, to be able to elect an independent president of the Senate, the House maintaining their independence but having enough conservative Republicans to truly stand together on behalf of the citizens of Louisiana. I am so excited. The last 4 years has been very, very difficult because when you fight for your constituents and you vote on their behalf, you're not well liked. And so I just want to be able to produce what we say we believe in, and we have a real opportunity. We are at the cusp of creating history, and I'm just so excited about it.